Hello everyone and welcome back to my FIFA 16 Arsenal simulated career mode. So I'm trying out like a new style of putting out these videos. So what I did for today's episode is I literally showed like only games. They're just like only this, what you're watching right now, just only the simulated games. Except there would just be a couple clips in between, like if someone got injured or if we're giving some players like higher wages or whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying that out today, so let me know what you think of how I laid out this episode and all the clips and stuff. But basically, to start off, we have beaten West Brom 2-1. Ozil and Higuain scoring for us. So that's a decent start to the episode. Let's get into the next game. Now we're taking on Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. This is in the group stage, so we are at home this time, and I think we definitely should be getting all 3 points. We need to get all 3 points because we cannot afford to go out in the group stage. And it has started off quite well. At halftime, we're up by 2. Higuain and Sanchez getting the goals, and Hernandez missed a penalty for Bayer Leverkusen. So far we're holding on to that clean sheet. Higuain scores again, but then they do get a goal right at the end there with 5 minutes left. Javier Hernandez makes up for his missed penalty with an 85th minute goal. So we do get the win though. It's a shame we couldn't get the clean sheet, but whatever. We have won 3-1. So let's move on to the next game. So we are away against Norwich City in this one. I am playing my first team, and Sanchez has given us an early lead, so that's very good. Even though it is away, and you know how simulated games go in career mode sometimes, but even though it's away, I still think there's no excuses, like if we don't win this. And we are up by 2, and when you're simulating a game, once you take a 2-goal lead, it's basically over. The other team's not going to come back from it. And again, right at the end, they scored, so we still won, but again, no clean sheet. But whatever, we do get the win. It's 2-1. Sanchez and Monreal getting on the score sheet, so Sanchez was in incredible form in this episode. And as you can see here, unfortunately, it's an injury for Mertesacker. He suffered an MCL injury, and he'll be out for 2 months, so that kind of stinks. Now we're taking on Sunderland. I'm using my second team because we do have a game against Barcelona coming up in a few days. So, no offense, but even with our second team, we still should be winning this. But it did not start off too well. Kazri scored for Sunderland, but then Bellerin equalized just 5 minutes later. So it was 1-1 at halftime. However, in the second half, we turned it around. Welbeck scored and put us 2-1 up. So even though it's like we are facing Sunderland, but I'll be satisfied with a 2-1 win if that's all we're going to get, because it is our second team, and a win is a win. So now we are taking on Barcelona. Alright, here we go. This is the game against Barcelona. We are top of the group right now, but if we lose, we're going to be at least second. I don't remember how many points the team in third was on, but basically a win here would be it would just put us in the perfect position. And just look at this. We're beating them by 2. Sanchez and Campbell scoring. Campbell scored a minute after coming on. Then they got a red card, Iniesta, and the Suarez was also injured a lot earlier. And we've beaten Barcelona 2-0. Just wow. Okay, so the one game we keep a clean sheet in, it's against Barcelona. Just wow. So that is the perfect result. And Sanchez scoring again. Now it's Aston Villa versus Arsenal here. Pretty slow start, nothing happening in the first 30 minutes or so. Then Busquets gets on the score sheet in the 31st minute to put us ahead. So things are going to plan. And we've won like a lot of our recent Premier League games 2-1, so maybe this one will be 2-1. Yup, they just had to score right at the end. So no clean sheet, but whatever. And we did have a sending off, so we were down to 10 men for the last 11 minutes. But he will miss the next game. But yeah, it's a win. So we're continuing our good run. We've won every game in this episode, so that's good. Now we are facing Burnley. This is in the Capital One Cup. I think it's the quarterfinals, yes. So we are using our second team because it's the Capital One Cup, and I don't really care too much about it. But obviously, if we do win, that'll be pretty decent. But Mahrez has suffered an injury in the 35th minute. So that might not be too great. And it is still level now. But just watch this. Joey Barton has scored a penalty in the 90th minute to send Burnley through to the next round. Just, there you go. That's just FIFA in a nutshell. Oh my gosh. And now, I'm fast forwarding this a lot because why not? We are offering some players more wages, just, I don't know why, I just felt like it. So, there you go. That's that. And then our next game, it's against Manchester City. So here we are. This is a big game. It should be pretty exciting. And we took a very early lead. Sanchez scoring again. And it's just a great, great start to this game. It looks like we're going to hold on to that lead going into halftime. And yes, we have. But again, Gabriel got sent off. And then Ramsey scored. And then Boney scored for Manchester City. So it's 2-1 right now. Clean sheet's gone once again. Can we get a third goal to seal it up? Yes, we can. Higuain with 2 minutes to go. And it finishes Arsenal 3, Manchester City 1. So, if we can beat all of these big teams, then we're just going to have an even greater chance of winning the title. And we are on an incredible run now. And yeah, this is just yet another win. So in the second to last game of today's video, we are taking on Southampton. This is an away match, and I'm playing my second team, so it's kind of risky, because the away match plus the second team against Southampton, who are pretty decent, it might not go too well, but as you can see right now, it is going too well. Or not too well, it's going well, and Welbeck getting the goal, and Long actually missed a penalty for Southampton, and in the end, we do hold on for the win. Finally, a game in the Premier League where we don't concede a goal. And we have beaten Southampton. It's a narrow victory. It's only 1-0, but a win is a win. I've said that several times this episode because we're barely beating some much smaller teams. But whatever. A win is a win. There we go. Let's get on to the final game of the episode. Okay, so today's last game is against Bournemouth. It's a home game. So, again, let me know in the comments if you are enjoying how I structured today's episode, or if you want me to go back to how I did it before with like the 20-minute episodes where I don't really edit anything out and I just show everything that goes on. So then, I don't know. I mean, they're both neither of them are really too difficult to make, so I don't really care which one you guys prefer, so I'm asking you right now, which one do you prefer, the way I structured this episode or the normal way? Let me know and I will go ahead and continue with whichever way you all prefer. So we have won this game 3-0, Higuain scoring twice and Bellerin also getting a goal. So it's a comfortable victory and we've won every single game except for one, which was the game against Burnley, but whatever. That's going to do it for today's episode. The transfer window has begun, so in the next episode we might not be making any signings really though because we don't have much money left, but if there are any signings you do want me to make, if there's players you want me to sell, players you want me to bring in, whatever, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode of my Arsenal career mode.